All right, I wanted to do a video for my viewers who might not be aware of this. The TinySA is quite popular, and whenever there's popularity, the Chinese start cloning things. And so they've started cloning SAs. So if that wasn't bad enough, getting a clone device might have worse reliability or cheaper parts or whatever. Unfortunately, the clone TinySAs don't work. They fail the self-test. So how do you tell if you have a clone or not? So I recommend you go to the tinysa.org website, and over here on the left-hand side, go to where to buy. And there's some good information here on the sort of approved places, the places that they know have the real parts, not the cloned parts. But more in addition to that is, how do you recognize a cloned TinySA? And you may have one, so let me kind of run you through the website here and tell you what to look for. First of all, the box looks pretty similar. The insides looks a little bit different, but not much. So it looks like you're sort of getting the right thing, and the device itself looks like it's the right thing and everything. But if you turn it over, you'll notice a couple of strange things. First of all, spectrum is spelled wrong. So Tiny Spectrum Analyzer is Spectrum Analyzer. And instead of avoiding static discharge, you avdio static discharge. So they've made two spelling errors on the back. Now I imagine that in the future they will correct these spelling errors, but right now those spelling errors exist. The next thing you need to look for is a little more complicated. You actually have to take the 4 screws out of the case. If you take these 4 screws out and you open it up, you can look inside. Now I've done a video before looking at the inside of the TinySA, and so you notice that the PC board layout's about the same, but it's missing these cans. Remember, there's a big shiny can across this section here, and another shiny can across this section over here. I guess there's 3 shiny cans. Anyway, there's no shiny cans at all in the clone, so there's no shielding at all inside the clone. So that's a very easy way to tell. Once you open it up, there's no cans, you've got a clone. The other thing is, oddly, that the PC board is marked Rev V0.4, and there never was a 0.4 on the true TinySA team, so that's another way to tell. But it's a giveaway that there's no shielding cans on it. One of the easiest ways to tell that you have a clone is it actually fails the self-test. So if you're familiar with the self-test, you put a cable between the low connector and the high connector. So you need to have those 2 connectors connected with a shield, with a cable, and then you go into the user self-config menu, and there's a place where you can do it's all documented, but you do the self-test. The self-test will fail on test number 7 and test number 8. Yeah, so if you do have a TinySA and you want to check, or if you're not sure, look for these things: spelling errors, no shielding on the cans, and certainly do the self-test to make sure your thing passes all of the self-checks. If you find yourself with a clone, try to return it, try to get your money back. Yeah, if you're thinking about buying one, please use the recommended locations here at the top of places to buy it. In the United States, there's R&L Electronics. In Europe, there's Passion Radio. In the UK, there's Murfield. Yeah, Alibaba, AliExpress, those are a little bit trickier. Make sure you've got the right one. Yeah, there you go. So heads up, beware. It's really unfortunate that the clones have appeared so soon, and very unfortunate that they actually don't work well.